Hello and welcome into the remix. You know what time it is. I'm Courtney Cole and we have got a packed show for you today. So let's go ahead and kick things off with the remix's Restaurant Row and Chef Paul Wahlberg.
Hey, we are welcoming back one of our favorites, a man that doesn't really need an introduction, but Chef Paul Wahlberg in studio. Thanks for being here, Chef. You got a new creation you're telling us about.
Yes, we have a pepperoni smash, which is a double. We do a smash burger. It's a double with provolone cheese. We have rosemary tomato jam, which is super tasty, garlic butter, and crispy pepperoni. So it's kind of that takeoff of a pepperoni pizza.
Yeah. So
it's super tasty. And this is our first go at a smash burger.
Okay, fantastic. And you're actually going to be putting one together.
We're gonna do it right now.
So it starts with the smash.
It starts with the smash, and what you want is that really good quality beef, and then you want to get, a really hot surface, and then you're gonna smash it down.
So a lot of people ask, what's the deal with the smash? What does it do?
So what it does, it gets that surface super hot to the griddle,
right.
And there's a caramelization that happens, right, and that gives it that crispiness,
yeah.
and so all of the flavors, and it seals in those juices.
Okay.
This is down.
I mean, you can just smell it and see it coming up.
Everything that you want out of it, it's so tasty, and it really just goes. So we hit it with a little bit of salt and pepper.
I was going to say, do you salt the grills? The
no, you don't. You don't salt the surface.
Okay.
What you want to do is you want to salt the whatever you're searing, because that's where that flavor is, and you want to get that into it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Fantastic. And you're combining, like you said, the pizza flavor.
Yep.
And obviously a traditional burger.
Yep.
So and you've got some guys working with you on this one, the Boston Deli Boys.
The Deli Boys, and they've been fantastic to work with.
Yeah.
I just love Tommy and Chad. They're awesome.
Yeah, Tommy Marino, Chad McDonough,
Yep.
also known as Prosciutto Poppy.
Yep.
They're all over social media, huge followings, great skits online, and
and they've known my brother Mark, and they just have a blast with them. They do, and they're just really solid guys, just really good guys, and they're fun to be around.
Fantastic. All right, so that was the schmear.
Yep. So we've got our garlic butter here, and then we've got our tomato rosemary jam, which we want to get on there.
Okay.
All right, and that garlic butter is going to give it that nice richness.
Yeah.
All right, and that nice garlicky flavor.
Pepperoni strand.
Yeah. So we crisp up, we julienne the pepperoni, and then we crisp it up. So you have the best part of pepperoni pizza is that crispiness.
Absolutely.
And so now what you want to do is you're going to see, it gets that nice sear on there.
Yeah. Look at that.
Right? Got that nice crust. And then provolone cheese.
Provolone. Got to be provolone.
Yeah. Because you want that nice melty, that goo that you get from provolone mozzarella. I love provolone cheese.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. And so as that cooks, the heat is going to radiate through it, and then just get that nice meltiness with it.
You said you're up to about 50.
Yeah, a little over 50 Wahlbergs. Yep.
That's amazing. Yeah. And are we going nationwide with this?
Yeah, so this is a limited time offer that we're doing. Runs for another month or so, and it's just everybody's been really happy with it. We have lots of other things, especially during Lent. We've got crispy fish sandwich and all of the things that are important.
That's right.
But we start with our core, which is an hour burger.
You brought some in, yeah.
And we've got our onion rings and French fries, tots. We've got drinks. We've got we have full bars in almost all of the restaurants. So it's really a lot of great options.
Still going strong.
Still going strong.
Still growing.
Still growing.
What's the key?
You know what? It's with anybody in the restaurant business, the key is really the consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency, quality, and really kind of pushing that all forward.
Yeah.
So as you see, you get that nice meltiness on the cheese. So we crisp up the pepperoni, we julienne the pepperoni, and then crisp it up in a pan so it gets that nice texture to it.
Oh my gosh, look at that. I just want a little.
So you get those nice crispy pieces.
Authentic too.
Yeah, and it's super.
That fake bacon stuff.
Oh no! This is really super tasty.
Yeah.
And you get that nice juiciness in the burger.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
It's like a work of art.
Yeah.
All right, so I got to take a bite of this.
Absolutely.
All right. This is a treat I do. This is a trick I do. I tell my boys this. I take my buns and I flip them over because the top bun is actually more stout than the bottom bun.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Ready? Yeah. That's solid. That's so solid.
You know what?
Total mess.
That's the
I don't even
perfect.
care.
You know what? That's the perfect bite. That's that's the perfect bite.
Greasy, delicious. Look
Yep.
at that, just like all of it
Yeah.
coming out of there.
Yeah, it's super juicy, and we,
This is
the
like a
quality.
Warhol.
Yeah, there's the quality of the meat and everything that we do. We're always all fresh beef for our burger, Angus beef for our burgers. So it's just fantastic.
Do your brothers ever get tired of being like, "Hey, you're Paul's brother"?
No, they usually it swings the other way mostly. But I'll tell you, it's been great. It's great working with them. They're always like really. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And because of what they do and their super busy schedules and kind of what I do, because I'm a lot in the restaurant. So for us to have been able to work together and kind of spend more time together, it wouldn't have happened otherwise. So it's been great.
And you brought in this beautiful drink.
Yeah, so it's our spicy Wallarita, which is fantastic. We have a jalapeno cucumber tequila with it. We have Monin agave. It's served with sliced jalapeno. It's so tasty, and it really walks on. Either that, or you get yourself a nice Coke.
Sure.
Whatever you need, a
Old staple.
Waldbrewski.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. We cover all the bases.
And you know what? I know people out there know this, but for me, it's worth repeating. Before the cameras started recording in here, Paul was a whirling dervish of activity. You can tell in a second you care about what you do, you love what you do, you love the rush, and you can taste it. I can't wait to smash this smashburger once these cameras stop. We can get these at all the locations right now.
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yep.
Chef, thanks so much
Pleasure.
for coming in.
Thank you very much.
You know, I'm Paul Wahlberg, the new pepperoni smashburger at Wahlburgers.
Still much more to come on The Remix, an alternative band with a unique sound heading out on tour. Next up, an interview with Penny and Sparrow, details on their 20-song album and why they say what we already know. Boston's got the best seafood around. An alternative band from Texas is expanding their sound and giving fans music from their heart. This is on their latest album, a sprawling epic of 20 songs. CBS News Boston's digital host Joe Weil spoke to Penny and Sparrow about their music and a tour stop here in Boston next week.
All right, we're here with Andy and Kyle of Penny and Sparrow. They just released their new album earlier this year called Lefty. And guys, thanks so much for joining us. The album, it's 20 tracks long. So that's kind of like a double album. How did you pull this off and maintain your unique and inspiring sound in the process?
Well, man, first off, thanks for having us. Appreciate it very much. And the second answer is I have no real idea how pulling it off is maybe just doing it and then walking with confidence in the thing. We wanted to make a double album, and we did. And we had enough songs, and we got super inspired by albums of the past that have so many different genres represented. And so it was that idea at the outset. And we're always going to make music that's us by virtue of it being the two human beings in front of you that are making the music. But getting to throw what you know, which is a super varied taste in music that's eclectic by nature anyway, is nice. But we just love this job, and I can't believe we get to keep doing it. And so we got to take a bigger swing this time than we have before.
What were some of those albums that inspired you to put this one together? Where did you draw inspiration to ultimately find a sound that you wanted to put together for this album, Lefty?
We
listened to a bunch of double albums because we knew that's what we wanted to do. And I think the two that really stood out were the White Album by the Beatles, and then Blonde by Frank Ocean, which both of those, when we listen to those, the only reason it's cohesive is that it's them and their voice throughout it. And that was so appealing to us, being like, okay, if we want to stay varied throughout the album, make sure that each track keeps a listener on their toes, unsure of what's going to happen next. Those are the most exciting ones in the double album world that, those are the ones that excited us and what we were trying to kind of achieve in our own way, just doing a thing per song that was different than the song before and different than the song after it.
Those are two great albums. Like I love both those albums, but it's funny, I wouldn't think of them together, which is what makes your album so unique. So how do you blend two types of albums that you draw inspiration from, knowing that they are pretty different from one another?
I think that the thing that is kind of the common denominator of both of them is that they just unapologetically were self-expressing. They were just doing exactly what they wanted to do, not necessarily style type, but they were playing around with style, being inspired by whatever came, and just rolling with it and seeing what stuck, seeing with quality control in place the things that we fell in love with. We just kept chasing those sounds, those songs.
Is it true that you recorded some of this album from your friend's old tool shed?
I would say a vast majority of it was recorded inside of that tool shed, or at least worked on inside of it. He had an old garden shed where the previous owner used to just keep the mower and a few hedge trimmers, and then he gutted it, and we helped him a little bit along the way. But he basically renovated this entire thing into a small shed studio that we could barely all three fit in, and it was a great crock pot to make whatever the hell we wanted, and to continue saying, okay, there are no rules. As long as we like it, it can go on the album. As long as we're in love with the sound and it's representative of us and it's self-expressive, then it gets to make it. And so it's sort of like what we mentioned earlier, as long as we're in love with it, there were no red flags of genre that we were afraid to touch. And so we just went and made stuff we loved.
You know, I know this album's personal, as is any type of music you guys make. This is probably a hard question to ask, but I'm going to do it anyway. Do you each have a favorite track off of the album?
It fluctuates, I think, for probably both of us. Because you asked me right now, I'll give you the up-to-date as of this current witching hour. I would say Oren Ishii is my favorite track for right now. And my reason being, I remember very specifically taking the big choice and how to produce those vocals and the weirdness of it, and how it reminds me of my love not only for Lucy Liu, but Quentin taking a big swing, and also being unafraid because I love the sound of it so much. How about you?
Like right now, same thing.
Wow.
As in, no, sorry. Not same thing as in, I forgot what the same thing was now. My favorite song is right now is Mattering Ram. It changes all the time. That was the same thing.
Got it. Yeah.
It changes all the time, but right now it's Mattering Ram. I just think that it's just super unique. I'm still emotionally attached to it in a way that I'm just really proud of the song.
And that's how you know you made something great, right? That it's not just one song all the time. It's ones that fluctuate for you guys as time goes on. Final thing for you. You guys are coming to Paradise Rock Club in Boston. What are you most excited about coming to this city to perform?
People and food, in that order. We get to see some good friends that we made years and years and years ago in Boston, that we're going to get to catch up with them, and now they're older son, which is nice and crazy because he was a tiny baby child when we first started touring through Boston. And food, I don't know that I've ever had a bad meal, and that's from on the cheap end to home cooked end to going out to restaurants. And I don't know where we're going to go this time, but I'm going to find someplace nice.
You give us some Rex.
I can definitely give you some Rex. I'll put you on the spot again. Favorite delicacies of Boston? Is it the clam chowder? Is it the lobster?
I mean,
it's got to be the lobster.
It's got to be lobster. Only because it's like, unless you're in Maine, like you get to go there and you're going to have that and good drink I think I probably had a better lobster roll there than I had in Maine, but that's not, poo-pooing on Maine. It's just I was the right place, the right time in Boston.
Regardless, it's like wherever you are in New England, you're gonna get a good lobster roll. And
Yes.
Yeah.
and the best one you had happened to be in Boston.
Yes.
All right, well, Andy and Kyle, thank you so much. We can't wait for you guys, Penny and Sparrow, to come to Boston to perform. And it's been great chatting with you. And congrats on the new album.
Thanks
Thanks
Joe.
so much.
Appreciate it.
Still to come, it's Restaurant Week in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and we are getting one great meal coming up from Chef Julie from Cure. She cooks up some plantain and crab.
It is Restaurant Week in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, a city with some of the best spots to eat in the Northeast. And we are joined by Chef Julie Cutting Kelley from Cure Restaurant. And thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks so much for having me.
This is so fun, and people might recognize you because you have been on Cutthroat Kitchen and Chopped.
Yep.
And what have you really learned from being involved in those kitchens and shows that has helped you in your restaurant?
Yeah, just to have fun with food. I mean, it's really just about, the experience and putting out great food that have a lot of flavor, but just really letting your personality shine.
But you are a French-trained chef.
I am. I graduated with the Cordon Bleu. So at Cure, we focus on comfort food with an upscale twist. But it's also fun to kind of bring some new flavors, like I'm able to do with Restaurant Week.
That's wonderful. So it's Spring Restaurant Week, so you expect kind of fresh flavors, and you're working in a little seafood here. You're working with plantains.
Yes.
What is this called?
So today I have a golden seared ripe plantain with some spicy Jonah lump crab salad and some fresh microgreens.
Excellent. All right, so where would you begin?
So I'm going to start off by searing the plantains. We're going to do a little bit of butter. That's going to turn into a brown butter here. I love plantains because they're so versatile.
You were saying they're starchier than bananas.
Absolutely.
Obviously, it's a more substantial vegetable.
Yes,
or
absolutely. It actually is a fruit. It's part of the banana family. And I do love making tostones as well. You can take the green. Yes, that's just kind of an item to show you what the finished product would look like there.
Right.
But for this dish, I wanted to make sure that I had some caramelization and some sweetness to go with the crab. We'll move right into this Jonah lump crab. This is from Maine, so I love this local product. We'll do a nice big helping in there.
All right, I know my job is to put lemon on it.
You are. Please squeeze that right in there.
Much lemon
Go ahead. Give me like two. Yeah, absolutely.
A half or two full ones?
Squeeze it nice and hard. Just drizzle it all around.
Okay,
Perfect.
there's
Nice
one.
job.
Oh, I love using this thing.
Isn't that so
There's something
fun?
very satisfying about squeezing a lemon.
My daughter always
with
jumps
this.
on that when we cook at home. It's a really good
Very
time.
fun.
Perfect.
And the citrus does what? to the sweetness and
absolutely
the seafood.
Opens up. That's a half of cooking, just having fun. Absolutely. It definitely opens up the flavors, gives it that really bright freshness and acidity. With my dishes, I always want to make sure that we've got nice acidity, as well as color, crunch, and textures.
So it gives you a really nice
profile,
right?
Absolutely. And we're going to add a little bell pepper for that crunch as well.
Red pepper.
If you want to add some shallots, this dish is actually, go ahead and do half. Yeah, I think that'll be a nice ratio.
Okay, nice. And shallots are nice and not as strong as a full onion.
No, they're a really gentle part of the onion family. A little jalapeno, little spring kind of, exactly. Just do about a quarter of what we did for the other ingredients.
Great.
But this dish is really fun. I've actually had the pleasure of participating in every single restaurant week that's been going on since 2008.
Because you opened Cure 11 years ago.
I did.
Right? So you have survived COVID.
Oh, yes.
You have come through a lot.
Yes, yes, and it's all just about resiliency, about changing with times, and just adapting.
Yeah. What do you think has helped you stay in business and keep customers coming back?
We really try to be a family kind of center for the community. Yes, exactly. I really am proud of the work that I do in the community. I was on the Restaurant Week committee for many years, and I work with children. I'm really passionate about healthy cooking for kids. So
I think there's been a whole sea change in the way parents and schools look at it. Everybody.
Absolutely.
So you're adding a little avocado.
Avocado. Just want to get some creaminess in there too. So we'll just do a couple chunks in there.
Great.
Perfect.
What did we do before avocado?
I know, right? And it's so quick. It's like it's not ripe.
Didn't even exist.
And then they're ripe. Perfect.
All right. So now
wonderful.
You're gonna mix that up?
We're just gonna mix it all up here.
Okay.
Give it a really nice stir. Oh, that's coming together so nice. I love crab. It's such a nice option, and it's also so versatile. What we have here is a chipotle aioli. Wanted to kind of meld in with the flavors that we've got going on there. We'll just make a fun little plate design again with that whimsical kind of play that we like to do. We'll do some little swirls there.
Nice.
Little swirl there.
Excellent.
I love a fresh microgreen. So we'll go ahead and just put some of that down on the plate, almost kind of turning it into like a faux salad as well. Restaurant Week is a 3-course dinner. Just to clarify
so it's
that.
Price fixed?
It is. It's price fixed, and this time around we actually have 3 different price points.
Oh,
so
nice.
it's approachable to everybody.
So people have a range of choices.
Exactly.
Well, let me let you. I'll hold it up for you here. And
thank
you. Can put the crab on.
You are a wonderful sous chef.
Oh, I'm sorry. First you put.
We're gonna lay this down just to kind of give it that base.
Okay.
How beautiful does that look?
I see. So
oh
it
my
goes
gosh.
on the plantain.
Absolutely.
Wow,
yep, we're gonna do. We'll do that one over there too, because I want to make sure that all of you get a little bite when we're through here. Perfect. That looks lovely.
Okay. And
we'll
then
just
the
do a
crab goes
little.
right on
Yeah.
top. This would be nice for a like a ladies' luncheon or a baby shower.
Oh, I actually, yes, I did. You are so smart on. Spot on.
When women don't want to
absolutely.
eat too much.
Yes, no, you got it.
So Chef Julie Cutting Kelley, thanks so much. Great to meet you.
Thank you.
And
You
enjoy
as well.
Restaurant Week.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
An amazing effort to help children battle illnesses. Coming up, more than 24 salons working overtime this weekend, all to benefit Boston Children's Hospital. It is truly an amazing effort this weekend to both look good and help out an incredible cause while doing it. Nearly 30 Boston area salons will participate in the 16th annual HairRaising event to benefit Boston Children's Hospital's Benderson Family Heart Center. And 100% of the proceeds will benefit children in need of care. The salon owner of Stilisti Salon in Boston is taking part and has been doing so for years now.
I just feel very lucky to have Children's Hospital. You know, it's one of those places that is, I mean, it's amazing. People come from all over the world. Yeah. They have the best treatment, and especially in the state-of-the-art heart center at the Benderson. Yeah. And for me, it's just, you hope you never need it, but you're grateful to have it.
My daughter has a minor heart condition and she's fine, but I remember visiting there and meeting with a fetal cardiologist when I was even still pregnant, and just looking at all of the people who you could tell who were not from here, who had flown around the world or across the country to come meet with people who are in our backyard. So it truly is such a great resource. How can people get involved if they want to participate in this?
So two ways. If you're a stylist, you can get involved by you know, having a cut-a-thon. It's a one-day cut-a-thon, and it's this weekend, Sunday the 13th. And for the rest of us, you know, we can, you can go in and get a haircut. And most salons like ours, we also have raffle items. There's also a link where you can donate, but it's a really, really fun day.
Fun event.
So come on in.
And we certainly hope you can support. You can see our entire interview with Marissa Marino on our YouTube channel. Just search CBS News Boston. And we thank you for joining us here on The Remix. You know where we'll be, right here, back next week for more lifestyle, community, and entertainment news.